Welcome folks back to another FM23 video. We are going to do an experiment this time. We're going to be taking my beloved Manchester United, who are in heaps of turmoil, get them Glazers out so we could concentrate on getting this club back to bigger things and back where they belong. Ten Hag, I feel, in my opinion, is the right man for the job. The Glazers are going to still be in charge for the time being, but for the basis of this video, we are going to invest nearly £5 billion into Manchester United's coffers over the next 10 seasons, which means they will be having an additional £500 million into the transfer kitty. So some seasons they may have 600 million, some they might have 700, some they might just have 500 million, but we're just going to add, just for the sake of easiness, £500 million every season for 10 seasons, and we'll see how they do at the end of the first 5 seasons and at the end of the 10 seasons as well. So looking at their squad, we know what they're all about. They have got some really good goalkeepers. They got rid of a really cracking one in my opinion, but there you go. I'm not in charge, but we could bring him back for the sake of this game, I guess. But Anana, he's currently injured. Okay, that figures. Bendir as well. I think he's quite a good goalkeeper, actually, personally. Wan-Bissaka, Johnny Evans. Why they've re-signed him on another contract, I've got no idea. Martinez, Harry Maguire, he should have long gone ages ago. Bay is still here. Varane, Lindelof, Williams, who's out on loan. Luke Shaw, Malacia, Reguilon, Delo, Casemiro, Ericsson, Tomine. There's a lot of good players in here. Van der Beek's still here. I might as well give him a chance while he has the opportunity. Højlund as well. Very excited to see how well he does. And I think Martial is probably on his last legs there. And Rashford split the fan base, I feel. But I feel like he's probably one player that if they do get rid of, the side might improve. Might improve the gameplay as well. I don't know. But it's just one of them opinions, I think. So Sancho as well. He's causing a lot of ruckus at the minute, but we're not going to concentrate on that this game. We'll see how long Ten Hag stays in charge. Do the Glazers leave, and see how much silverware we physically get, because as you can see in the league history, we have dropped off tremendously. Let us go straight into the editor. I have got an in-game editor, which enables me to do this. So we can club edits, go into the finances. Now, we are adding £500 million to the budget. Currently, they've got over £103 million, I think, for the transfer kitty. Wow. So, if that's the case, it's a straight standard 6. We're adding 500 million. So, with 500 million added in, so that's £603 million. So, we'll OK that. So, without any further ado, let's jump straight into the game and let's simulate our first 5 seasons, stopping each season to top up with 500 million, and we'll see you at the end of 5. So, 5 years into the future then, £2.5 billion invested into the club. How have Manchester United done, first of all, in the league? Well, we can see here that they've not won the league. That's disappointing, I'm not going to lie. I did expect some movement in the league, so let's have a look how well they did each season. So the first season that they finished in, wow, 7th position. Oh my word. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. The following season, 4th. Okay, they're getting a bit higher up the league. They're losing 6 games this time. Brentford and Fulham, Bournemouth, that could have got them second place with them 9 points, but I think obviously did them some damage. They finished 4th the following season. Season 3 or 4 now. 4th again. Losing a lot more games, not scoring many goals. And the 5th one, finished in 3rd again, losing 5 games this time. Arsenal, Everton, Villa, Chelsea and Watford. So they've not won the league, so they're getting closer, finishing in 3rd position now. I'm hoping the next 5 seasons are going to be a lot more encouraging. And if we can have a look straight away at the club, Antonio Conte's in charge. Interesting. And what on earth is that formation? That could explain why they're not doing as well as I thought they might have done. And they've got Rashford still there, they've got Mudryk there, and Hamzy, Jared Bowen, João Felix. Okay, let's have a look into the transfers. But before we do that, let's just... well, actually, we'll have a look at the transfers first, and then we'll have a look how well they did in the cup competitions. Have they won anything? That's the question. So in the first season, £185 million spent. Rafael Leao, £125 million from Milan. How did he score any goals? Maybe ask. He's at Barcelona now. 4 seasons. So they bought him in the first season. Really didn't do an awful lot, but he was a midfielder. But yeah, not that great though, to be honest. A good second season. Not as promising. The second season rating-wise was pretty good though. But his best football at Barcelona. And he moved for £12 million. That's just typical Manchester United, isn't it? Benacar from Milan as well. So 2 players, £173 million there, 175. So he's back at Milan. Interesting. So United bought him for 43, loaned him back, and Milan bought him off him for 40.5. Not really setting the stage on fire though, by looks of things. Amad Diallo's gone out on loan. Did they sell anybody though? Lindelof went to Union Berlin for £6 million. McTominay, he was out on loan. Short time. Garnacho was out on loan as well. Season 2, £12.5 million they bought Coates. Barbosa from FLA. He is a striker, isn't he? I thought. Midfielder, striker. How did he do for the club? He's at Leicester now. Again, not setting the world alight. Adeyemi from Borussia Dortmund, £86 million. Okay, now they're getting somewhere. Still 25 years old. He's at Inter now. 3 seasons with United. And, well, yeah, nothing really doing there at all, is it, really? The strikers just don't seem to be working quite well. And Jared Bowen, who we've seen is still there at the end of the 5 seasons. Actually, to be honest, it doesn't look that bad. He's performing. Bailey's gone to Fulham for £5 million. McTominay went to Milan for 18.5. Bruno's gone to Real Madrid for 29 million. And Max, wow, what on earth? Why would you let him go? He's 32 now, I guess. Well, it is in 2027 now, but why would you let him go? And not really bringing in a replacement for him. Okay. Following, I don't see any movement for Maguire though. That's worrying. They got Chelsea's Mudryk for £96 million. So £688 million this season. Season 3, I think it is. He's only 26 years old. Okay, he's performing. They've also bought Nori from Southampton, 56 million. Max Aarons from Bournemouth. Deli from Nottingham Forest, 52 million. 31 for Vitek. £60 million for Diogo Costa, the goalkeeper. 45 million for Timo Werner. Interesting. I mean, he's still at United. Again, not setting the world alight, is he really? I think United are pretty much struggling for goals, really. I think Andre, £51 million from Real Hispalis. And wow, João Felix from Atletico Madrid for £298 million. He's still a Manchester United player at the end of these 5 seasons. Okay, he's doing something, but £280 million worth? Probably not, actually, to be honest. He's currently 27. I mean, he looks fantastic. Van der Beek's gone to Leicester for £3.4 million. Let's have a quick look, see if we do in order. 25. Wan-Bissaka's gone to Monaco. Malasia's gone to Union Berlin, 16.5. Diallo, Leicester, 8.5. Harry Maguire has finally gone in 2024. Has he retired now? He's still playing. 34 years old. He's still at Brentford. They bought him for 5.5, and he had a good season last season, though. Couple of freebies. Hannibal on a free to Auxerre. Brandon Williams to ASSE. Mason Greenwood out on loan. Palestri, loan. Mainu. Palestri went out on loan again. Very quickly into the next one. £244 million spent this time. Wow. £206 million on Fofana from Chelsea. Still at United 2 seasons in. Not bad season, 11 goals, 3 assists, but from 35 games, 7.32. Well, it looks like they're getting the best out of him, though, so that's pretty interesting. Who did they let go this season? Jadon Sancho's gone to Leipzig for 17.5. Eriksen's gone to Benfica for 15. Nacho, they just brought in the sold straight away. Obviously not working it out. Adeyemi was out on loan. So they're all these young players, and Anthony, he went on loan to Chelsea. And 322 million the following, the 5th season, I think it is. I think that is, yeah. Polina from Fulham, £63 million. Parisi, 53. Oh, wow, look at Emery from PSG for £230 million. Okay, any good? One season. Well, they've only just bought him, actually, to be honest. So I think that's the start of, June. So the end of last season, the beginning of season 6. So we haven't seen anything of him just yet. But Parisi from Fiorentina for £53 million. Left wing back. They did get rid of Altay Banda as well, the goalkeeper. Adeyemi's gone to Inter for 10. Højlund, they've got rid of him. Okay, how did Højlund do then? £29.5 million. He's at Aston Villa. So the 3 seasons, wow, they didn't play him. Oh my God. They bring him in and they didn't play him. Apart from that first season where he scored 10 goals. They didn't play. Oh my, wow. And yet at Villa, he's been putting it away. What a mistake to make. Who else did they get rid of? Greenwood's gone to Arabi for 15. Rafael Leao's gone to Barcelona for 14.5. I mean, I'm not being funny, but for goodness sake, all these players, and they got rid of them. Did they not give them time to settle in? Barbosa's out on loan. Unbelievable. So if I have a look at their squad, just before we have a look at some of the cup results, I don't like that formation. And Antonio Conte, I'm not surprised. If he's still there and he's pulling that out, that's ridiculous. I mean, Delay's still there. Varane, Martinez, Mount still playing. Mudryk, Felix. I mean, there's no Rashford though. Oh, he's there. Casemiro's still there. He's been consistent in double figures. I give him that. But again, not setting the world alight. That is a crazy formation. Why anybody would think that would work? Our forward line is just isolated. Mudryk and Felix. Okay, I can see that. Bowen, why? So Community Shield. The season 2, season 3, season... Oh! We did win the Community Shield. 2-1, Mudryk and Mount scoring. Okay, we get a trophy. Carabao Cup gets as far as the 4th round. They did win it against Man City on penalties, though, in 24. Going all straight wins. Granted, getting past Coventry on penalties in the first round, though. The 4th round the following season. Then they go win it again. So that's 2 Carabaos and a Community Shield so far. A 1-0 win over Liverpool. Bowen scoring that one. And they get to the final again. This time losing in extra time against Man City. Julian Alvarez in the 95th minute. After taking the lead as well. The FA Cup, how did they do? We got to the semi-finals, losing 3-0 to Man City. Quarter-finals, losing to West Ham. They did win it in 25 against Chelsea on penalties after a 1-1 draw. After winning all their games, actually, as well. So that's not bad. They did knock out Arsenal that year. Quarter-finals. 4th round. Yeah, very disappointing. Champions League, how did they fare in there? They did get to the quarterfinals, losing to PSG. Not doing too bad. Inter in that group stage. Dortmund they beat. But yeah, losing in the quarterfinals that year. They didn't qualify for the following year. Then they're back in it in the 25 season. Getting as far as the the playoff round after the group stage. Losing to Milan. Any big teams in there? Juventus they lost. PSG they lost. Okay. Not doing very well in Europe. They did get to the round of 16 the following year though. Losing to Atletico Madrid 3-1 on aggregate. And the following year after that they got to the round of 16. This time losing to Roma on penalties. After winning the second leg at home 2-1. They seem to have a better year that season. Only losing to Bayern in the group stage. So managers... Erik ten Hag only lasted the year. They sacked him. And Conte's been in there since, just with the 4 wins. 2 Carabao Cups, an FA Cup and a Community Shield. But no league title yet. Any landmarks yet? Owner Glazer leaves. And the new chairperson is Kelsey takes over. Promotion from within. Well, that's just typical, isn't it? So there's no outside takeover. So, staff-wise, Murtaugh's still there. It probably explains the transfers. Quite erratic. Darren Fletcher's still there. I can't believe Antonio Conte's there. Unbelievable. Can't believe that. So, so far, not brilliant. 4 cup wins, no trophies. Conte's in charge and looks like we're playing very defensive football. Right, let's get on to the next 5 seasons and let's see how they get on there. Hopefully it will improve. Right, the final 5 seasons have been done. Have Man United managed to win anything? Another £2.5 billion has been ploughed in, so a total of £5 billion has been invested into this club. Have they won a league title at least? Looking at the league, it doesn't look like they have. Okay, Man City, Newcastle winning it. Arsenal and Liverpool the last couple of seasons as well. Let's have a look where they finished. So the 27-28 season, they finished in 5th place. What? They finished 3rd the last couple of seasons. They did only lose 7 games. They're not conceding many goals, but they're not scoring many either. The following season, 3rd. Okay, we can live with that. Only 4 points off the actual winners, Newcastle, that season. Then they dropped to 6th. 6th again. Is this what they are now? A glorified top half team. And the last season, they finished in 8th. Getting a Champions League again. I mean, this is, it's not great. So in 10 seasons, £5 billion has been invested and they haven't won the league. Looks like Conte's still in charge and still playing this ridiculous formation. Felix is still there though. Rashford. Is that Alex Scott? Alex Scott there. Max Aarons, Emery, Mount's still there. Carno. Martinez is still there. Adu, Wrench and Costa. It's not a bad side, but I think they're playing in the wrong positions. Get them up there, charging forward. Oh my God, they sacked Ten Hag right at the very beginning of the first season and they haven't won anything since. It's not as if they haven't got any money as well. They had all that money invested and they've still got some left. Right, let's have a look at some of the transfers then before we look on the results. So at the end of last season, they brought in Emery, which we saw in season 5, at the end of season 5. So we'll get to see what he's done. So 230 odd million there. So that season, another £145 million spent on top of Emery, and that was for Kachop from Leipzig and 97 million from Thuram, a midfielder, central, so not a DM surely, a defensive midfielder of course. Who else? where would he else go? He's at PSG at the moment. 2 seasons, did all right. Why did you get rid of him? 31 years old. Again, why did you get rid of him? You could have just had him sitting back and just let everybody go forward. Just out of interest, what did Emery do? So, I mean, I'm guessing he's another defensive midfielder. Of course he is. He's still at United. Thankfully, all that money spent. They're not going to let him go cheaply, are they? But, okay, had a good season last season. But United finished 8th. He's been getting better, improving each season. Last season was by far his best. So who did they let go of? Barbosa's gone. Benitez's gone as well to Milan for £40 million. Let's put this in order. Tokarvin, he's gone to Monaco for £35 million. 29 years old. Did he actually play for United? Did they have him on loan? Oh no, they did have him. Bought him for about £18 million. So made quite a nice tidy profit on him then. Mainu's out on loan at Wolves at this point. Phil Neville? The Phil Neville? Okay, that's weird. Following season, £123 million spent this time. Nobody really of note there, apart from £71 million Edard as well. The forward, is he? Ex-Celtic? How did he do? He was at Celtic. Scored goals. And then he comes to United and... What? Goes to Watford on a free after spending £70 million. They let him go to Watford. It's just the United thing to do, isn't it? And Clerc as well from Barcelona. Luke Shaw's gone to Lyon on a free. Phil Neville, Sheffield United. Garnacho, he's gone for £17 million to Nice. Did he actually get game time with United at all? He's been at Nice for a while. No game time for Garnacho. Wow. I guess that's because we're playing defensive midfielders. Polino's gone to Milan. Vitic as well, he's gone. 7 million. Mainu's gone to Sheffield United. How old is he now? 27 years old. He looks like Martial, actually, to be fair. Didn't feature United. 8 games, wow. But other than that, Wolves, Sheffield United, Bournemouth, playing reasonably well. £273 million spent the following season. £71 million on Alex Scott. 76 on Kone as well from Bayern Munich. 62 for Jesus. And Adu, 56. So Did Jesus actually play? Feels like he hasn't played. He's still with them though. He's getting half the time. They're playing too defensively. I think that's what the problem is. Who goes? Parisi, Caswell, Condor. Anybody really we know? Is that Timo Werner? He's out on loan at Shakhtar. Okay, I'm guessing they can't afford to pay his wages. Okay, then 31 season, £95 million spent. Not an awful lot. Anybody there? Sergio Gomez from Valencia, 31 years old. Players out. Anthony's gone to Arabi on a free. Did he actually get game time in the end? Because he was a winger, wasn't he? Not much game time at all. Very disappointing. Delot's gone for £34 million to West Ham. And the final season, £75 million spent. That is it. £66 million on Wrench, the defender. And wow, they did sell £275 million worth that season. Thuram's gone to PSG. £64 million for Koenig. Wow, okay. Bernardes gone to Brighton for 39th. They sold a lot of good players, but it looks like they didn't use them at all. Let's have a look at the Community Shield. So that hasn't been won. The Carabao Cup. They did get to the quarterfinals. They do seem to like this competition. Third round, they got knocked out. Fourth round, they got knocked out by Leicester. They did get to the semi-final, losing to Leicester over the two legs. And the third round, they got knocked out. The FA Cup, they did reach the quarterfinals in season 6, losing to Everton. They did beat Arsenal in that run. Third round replay to Middlesbrough. Oh my word, on penalties. Fifth round to Arsenal. Third round to Arsenal. Arsenal getting their own back on quite a few times. And Liverpool beating them in the quarterfinal on penalties. The Europa League, they got to the final and lost 2-2 on penalties to Feyenoord. And that's after beating Leicester. Well, at least they beat Leicester in Europe and Tottenham in the semi-finals. And the final season, 31-32, which got them into the Champions League because they finished 8th. They wouldn't have done otherwise. But they did win the Europa League. Okay, winning on penalties after a 1-1 draw with Newcastle. But in that, they beat Napoli, Ajax, Rangers, and a couple of teams in the... and they only dropped 1 draw and a loss in the whole of that run. Other than that, they won it all. That's not bad going. At least it seems to be improving, but their league position seems to have sacrificed it though. So the Champions League. They did make it to the Champions League season 6, getting as far as the quarterfinals, losing to Milan. I think we did see that one, didn't we? 28-29, they got as far as the round of 16, losing to Barcelona. They don't seem to be getting very far past the round of 16, unfortunately. Saying that, quarterfinals, losing to Arsenal 5-2 after 4-0 battering in the first leg. That's after coming through and past Barcelona without conceding. And then the last couple of seasons they were in the Europa League, which they got to the final on both occasions. Okay. Conte, still in charge. Unbelievably still in charge, coming up to his 9th year. He's only won 1 additional trophy in the following 5 seasons, and that was the Europa League. That is crazy. Absolute craziness. 57% of his games he's won. But 5 trophies in 10 seasons, no leagues, 1 Europa, 2 Carabaos and an FA Cup. And £5 billion. And that's the side that got to show for it. One thing for sure, we don't want Conte in the United management team at all. Any way, shape or form. We do know the Glazers have gone, but it was only a promotion from within. So has anything really happened? Another takeover maybe? I don't think there is. Oh, youth and training facilities have been upgraded. Marcus Rashford appointed as captain. He's still a United player at 34 years old. Yeah, starting to slack off, but he's hitting the 7s consistently over the 10 seasons. So he has been consistent, but nothing that I would say blows your mind. £5 billion invested over 10 seasons. You have 5 trophies to show for it, but not 1 league or Champions League in it. And we're playing this disgusting football. I expect better, especially with the players that they got. Right, that brings this experiment to a close. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you have, if you don't mind smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. There is a large percentage that watch these videos that are not subscribed. So it's free to do so, and it's just a click of that button as well. It notifies you as well when I pull a video up. with FM24 not far away, we'll probably be able to get one more FM23 video in, another experiment of sorts. So if you would like to see something very similar, then please let me know down in the comments below. But until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.